Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to the August episode of the Creating with Sketches hop. This is a hop that I'm participating this year along with Colby Bing and Lisa and other really talented scrappers, and we are using the Creating with Sketches class/bundle that Allison Davis had created for Scrapbook Generation, and there are 10 specific layouts, but in each layout or sketch rather, there are tons and tons of versions of it that you can use. So we are doing the Creating with Sketches 2-page layout sketch number 3, and I am loosely basing my layout on option number 20. I say loosely because I feel like at the end it didn't quite look like our sketch, but I think that's the beauty of sketches, is that it's just a jumping point for you, right? The more you do it, the more freedom actually it gives you, because you don't have to think of how to start it. You start with the sketch and then you kind of tweak it as you work with your specific layout. So that is one great thing about sketches. This is jumping point, but it doesn't have to end exactly the same. Now, if it ends exactly the same, then that's fine as well. So this particular option has the banners on the left side, and there's only 7 banners, and so I was starting off with 7, but then they just seemed a little too wide, so I'm actually going to trim it down a bit. I think I cut it into 2 inches, and then I'm going to make it into 1.5, I think. Yeah, I'm cutting a half off, so I'm trimming that down a little bit. But since I've trimmed it, now then that 7 just looks like a little too, like there's a lot of space in that page that is a white space. So I'm not quite happy about that, but I'm going to plug along and see what kind of idea I can think of. Another thing that kind of switched a little bit with the sketch versus how I created mine was the right side. It had a lot of pictures there. Basically, the whole right side was filled with pictures, but then it also has a block for journaling. And I forgot that there was a block for journaling for that specific area, and so I just littered that with photos. But that's okay, because even when I had placed a lot, and I mean a lot of photos on this layout, I still have a lot more that did not make it onto this layout. So it just shows you that when you are a happy theme park goer, well, when you spend a good amount of time at a theme park, you will have plenty of pictures that sometimes a double page layout, as much as you want to fit all of it in, will not fit in, but that's okay. So my photos consist of some 2x3s, some 3x4. I do have one 4x6. This is a picture that I took with my phone on a ride. We were in Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios in Florida, and they had this ride in their like kiddie section, and it was like it wasn't really a roller coaster, but it took you in a good amount of like height from the ground, of course, where you can see a good amount of that man-made lake that's in the middle of the theme park. And so I took a picture of that with all the rides that I can see on the background, and I just thought that was really fun. Like, you can see where the Hogwarts is, you can see the ride for, I think that one was for the Velociraptor, and then they also had one for King Kong, I believe. So you can see a good amount of the park in that photo. So I blew that up just because I wanted that to be the main photo. But as you can see here, I'm just moving around, just trying to see what other photos I can manage to plug in here. Again, this is a whole day of fun at the theme park. We had some time over at the Harry Potter area, but as if you recall, my July layout was actually devoted for that particular part of the park, so that already has its own layout. And then this one is just like for everything else. Like we did Spider-Man, we did all the rides in the kiddie section. My big kids rode some of the kind of scarier roller coasters, and then we also did some in the afternoon where we got wet, so we have pictures of that as well. But it's just a small way of capturing the fun that we had for that day. So this sketch had the banners where you have a notch on the banner, and that's what I did. And this is where I was telling you that the 7 just didn't seem like it was enough for me. I know in the sketch it had all of the banners, and then you have that space in the middle where it's just white space. And I tried that, but it didn't look complete to me. I felt like the banners need to be closer to the edge of the photo so that there's no space in between. So that's what I did, and because of that I ended up needing some more strips, and so I added that. And because my strips went all the way to the far left, I felt like my far right needed another paper in there, so I decided to grab another strip of the red and white, or red with the white stars, and that's what I'm doing here. I've also pulled out, so the big strips of paper actually came from a more baby line. It had some of the primary colors and then just a few more kind of fun bright colors to denote like a more boyish baby theme. So I pulled that out because I just really love the colors and it worked well with the colors of my photos. But then I also had a 6x6 that is more like theme park. I think it's more Disney, but it's a simple stories. And I really liked how the colors look, and so I'm using some of those for accents, as well as matting my 4x6. Now in the sketch it had 3 vertical photos on the left, but I decided to just go with this one horizontal one. I just thought it was really nice. I did matte that with red, but I also still noticed that it wasn't quite standing out against the very busy strips of paper on the left. So I decided to pull out just a new sheet of 8.5 by 11 vellum, and I pulled that out, and I decided to just tear the bottom just to kind of give it a little bit more design on there. And that's where my main photo, and also my title will be placed. Now I did print some journaling for this, but I printed them at work. I forgot them over there, and I really wanted to finish this layout. So when I finish the layout with the video, plus when I take a picture of it, it will not have the journaling, but rest assured there will be journaling that will be added there. And that's why I'm kind of leaving a big chunk of that vellum on that space, because after, on the bottom of the title, I am going to just add my block of journaling that I've already, again, typed and printed off. So that's going to be where the journaling will be housed. So my title will be Family Fun Day, because it was really fun. We were there, I think we got there right when they opened, like at 9. And then we left close to, I want to say 10. So it was a full day. I also, one of the fun things that we did was we had a late lunch, and we actually left the park, and they have this restaurant right outside of the park. It's called Toothsome. It is kind of a steampunk type of design where it's supposed to be like futuristic, but it was still kind of from the like 1900 eras. It's very interesting, but they had some good food and I really liked the ambiance there, and then they had some very yummy desserts. So we went over there for a late lunch. You will have to, like, they suggest doing some reservation beforehand, and the only reservation I got was 2 p.m. So that's what we got, but it was okay. All of our snacks tied us over, but it was a great experience, and we liked our time there. And I actually already made a layout with that. I can't remember. It was one of the Scrapbook Generation weekly layouts that I have been doing this year, and I made one there. So I'm almost, well, I shouldn't say almost caught up with my Florida trip, because there's still a few more layouts I have to make, but I'm making headway. I guess that should be the word. So as you can notice that I had cut out with my nested stars die, cut out a few of the papers, again from the 6x6. I thought that they were really fun papers and designs, so I cut out some stars there. But I also felt like there was this 2x2 paper. I wanted to add a few more circles from that, and then I'm just going to glue these accents here and then call it a day. Again, my journaling will be right there underneath that fun day. That's where it's going to be put, and I'm just going to leave it blank there. If you have any questions, please make sure to leave that in the comment section below. I hope that you are inspired by all of the layouts that you have seen so far. Make sure you check out all of the links, because they will be in the description box below as well. We have a lot of very talented ladies in this hub. You'll get a lot of great ideas, and the fun part is that we are all working with kind of the same base, same foundation, but all of our layouts will be different because our photos are different, our styles are different, our ideas are different. So you're getting a lot by watching all of our videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye now.